Let's start with something you probably feel every time you watch something, not the picture, not the story, but that moment when dialogue feels washed out and you find yourself leaning in to hear it. The first time you live with the Signa S2, that unconscious strain just disappears. This is for the kind of person who doesn't want clash between clarity and convenience. You don't want to hunt for settings. You don't want to wrestle with menus. You want sound that lands where it should, every time, especially when voices matter most. Before you go any deeper, take a moment to check the current price and stock. Soundbars this practical don't hang around forever, and timing always matters more than most people expect. You've probably learned the hard way how frustrating average TV audio can be. Background music that's too loud. Dialogue that gets buried beneath effects. Bass that's punchy but muddy. You accepted it because it was just TV, until one day you noticed you weren't enjoying what you were watching anymore, you were tolerating it. Once this soundbar is in your space, that tolerance vanishes. Dialogue suddenly stays anchored. Background effects stay where they belong. The subwoofer adds depth without dominating the mix. You stop riding the volume because everything feels balanced without effort. In everyday use, the improvement is constant. Movies have shape instead of blur. Sports feel alive because roars and commentary coexist cleanly. Even news and talk shows feel easier to follow, because speech comes through clear and confident, no guessing, no strain. You start noticing subtle things you were missing. Footsteps and ambience become distinct. Midtones fill out instead of feeling thin. Bass feels supportive, not chaotic. The performance doesn't feel overcooked, it feels controlled, like someone finally tuned the soundtrack to match what your eyes are already seeing. Quick nudge here, don't assume stock or pricing will stay comfortable. Practical, daily use soundbars that actually solve real problems tend to move quietly but fast. If you're wondering whether a slim, simple soundbar can change your experience, the answer is yes, because clarity changes how you watch, even if you weren't thinking about it before. And here's the unexpected benefit: your ears relax. Long sessions feel easier because your brain isn't fighting to follow dialogue or separate layers of sound. There's a quiet satisfaction that comes with owning something like this. The design feels clean. The setup feels effortless. You don't think about it, you just watch again. Dialogue feels clear and anchored. Sound feels balanced and spacious. Bass feels satisfying without overwhelm. Long watching feels less tiring. Your TV finally sounds complete. It's not for people who don't care about clarity, and it's not built to be a background noisemaker. This is for listeners who want intelligible sound that complements what they're watching. Eventually, the comparison cycle loses its grip. You realize you're not searching for features anymore, you're choosing comfort and coherence. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay, then regret every time you replay dialogue you missed. If you're ready to stop straining for clarity and start enjoying sound that just works, trust that instinct. Check the current price, see what's available, and step into a listening experience that finally feels right every single time you press play.